Alright, so this over here is what I've called the Maternal Archive Council area. And there's the Hephaestion, the Temple of Hephaestus in the distance. And I've already done a video of that, so I won't redo that, but I will just turn around here and tell you about another monument. So this here is quite a long monument. This is the monument of the Eponymous Heroes. So who are the Eponymous Heroes? Well, they're the heroes relating to the 10 tribes into which Kleisthenes divided Attica in 508/7 or soon thereafter. According to Herodotus, he drew up a short list of 100 heroes to be patron heroes of each of the 10 tribes, the new tribes, and also the names of the new tribes. Yeah, so the heroes' names went into the names of the new tribes. So, for example, Aias, the hero that we sometimes know as Ajax, who the Athenians associated with Salamis, he gave his name to a tribe called Aiantes. There's a tribe called Cecropus, named after the ancient or mythological king Cecrops. And there are 10 more, or 8 more, I suppose. But so Herodotus tells us, yeah, that Kleisthenes drew up this list of 100 heroes and submitted that list to Delphi, and the god chose 10. So this monument would have featured 10 statues, 10 bronze statues of these heroes standing on a single long base. And this base is about, exactly 16.6 meters long, and it's 1.9 meters wide. And the whole thing would have been surrounded by a fence made out of stone posts and wooden railings. So this is what we have here, obviously heavily reconstructed. And this is the reconstruction of it here, very convenient. So yeah, you can see all those bronze statues, tripods at each end, and then little notices above, on the bases, on the other side of the fence. So this is the classical monument that's been reconstructed here with the 10 statues, but if you'll notice, if you come over here, there's actually more to it. So there's a couple more bases. So even in the classical period, as we've seen, there would have been these 2 tripods at the end, a reference probably to Delphi's role in choosing the names of the heroes. More interestingly, at several points in the Hellenistic period, when Athens was weak or relatively weak, it needed to keep the big Hellenistic successor kingdoms like Macedon and Ptolemaic Egypt at bay. They were very canny in sort of playing these monarchs off against one another. So they'd suck up to one when they needed to, and then they would suck up to another when they needed to do that. So in 307/6, 2 new tribes are created and named in honor of Antigonus the One-Eyed, Antigonus Monothelmos, and his son Demetrius the Besieger, who are basically kind of big deal Hellenistic warlords. So 307/6, Antigonus the One-Eyed and his son Demetrius the Besieger get these 2 new tribes, and then in 224/3 another new tribe was added, this time in honor of Ptolemy III Euergetes of Egypt. Soon after which, of course, Antigonus and Demetrius are dropped from the list because the Athenians have decided to suck up to the Ptolemies now, not their arch enemies, the Macedonians. But another tribe is then created, or later created, in 200 BC in honor of Attalus of Pergamon. Attalus of Pergamon's another big deal, or smaller deal, but still important Hellenistic kingdom. And this Attalus is the father of the guy who donates the Stoa of Attalus. And in 125 AD, you get another tribe in honor of the Emperor Hadrian. And to accommodate that, they actually had to lengthen the fence, even though his statue got its own base. But there were only ever 13 statues at any one time. So what was the point of this monument? Well, it actually served, as we've seen in the reconstruction, as a public notice board for the tribe. So information relevant to your tribe would be written on whitened boards that we know the Athenians used for lots of different purposes. And then they were hung on the side of the base below the right hero. So, if you're in the tribe of Cecropus or Hippothoon, you could go right there and find notices about, public honors, military call-ups, legal summons for people of that tribe. And we know that some monument of this sort existed by the year that Aristophanes' peace was performed, 421 BC. But the architectural style of this and the pottery make it pretty certain that the monument we're looking at here is actually from the 340s or the 330s. So yeah, this is the kind of new end of it, the extension. But so this is all much later, of course. But this part down here, you see the other side of it. This part down here is probably from the 4th century, so around the time of Lycurgus. All right, that is the monument to the Eponymous Heroes.